Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Principals with the Principal. My name is LaShawn Jenkins. I'm the proud principal here at W.A. Patilla Middle School, located in Tarboro, North Carolina, nestled right here in Edgecombe County. And I'll let my sidekick introduce himself.
What's up, everybody? My name is Kevin White, 7 right here at Patilla Middle School.
Yes, sir. So, Kaizen, listen. So today I'm super excited because, again, we're going to be talking about like elements of a great school culture through the lens of a student. And so I'm really excited to kind of hear like from Kaizen, like what does that actually look like through the lens of a student? Again, for those of you who may need some historical context, like this very kind of, I guess you can say kind of like this conversation was birthed through a conversation that myself and Kaizen had early in the year. In which he was asking about, like, you know, what brought you to education? What made you want to be a principal? And I thought it would be great that we kind of showcase or highlight some of those conversations for other aspiring leaders and for other educators out there, just to kind of see the power of collaboration, not only from your teachers to teacher, but also from like your school leaders to students. So, Calvin, we're going to jump right in, man, and just kind of begin to, I'm just curious to know that, you know, when you come to school, you know, maybe right here, your school, and feel free to be as organic and truthful as possible. Like, what is something that kind of makes you feel like I'm in a great school? Like, or either what's something that makes you feel like the culture in that school is great? Like, what's something that you might see, an element or a characteristic, whether it's in the form of students or teachers?
I feel like I'm in like a good school. If I walk in, teachers, the principals, the staff, like all the older staff and stuff, like they professionally dress themselves well, or if they like they ain't like mean in there, like they don't try to roll you off the wrong way, like when you first get there.
Right.
That's how I know if I'm like in a good school.
Okay, what you said is really powerful. So let's unpack it. So you said if they professionally dress well, right? So here I am, the principal. Like you're saying, like jogging pants, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt on the first day of school, second day.
I mean that's cool.
Okay.
But
all the time?
Not all the time. Not all the time. Not being a staff in the school anyway.
Okay.
But like jogging pants, tennis shoes, and a shirt, that's cool. But not all the time. And like you really don't need gotta dress well. You really just gotta like be cool to the students. So they can, like,
interesting. So what you're saying is that through your lens, when you say be professional or exhibit professionalism, you're saying that it's not even so much how you dress, it's how you treat people. So let's just be honest. So here I am, the principal, you know, and I typically wear suits to school. So what you're saying to me is, Mr. Jenkins, it doesn't matter to me if you're wearing a suit or if you're wearing a t-shirt like you're wearing right now, and jeans. I'm not even looking at what you're wearing. I'm looking at how you treat me. Is that what you're saying? Wow, that's profound. That's powerful. Because a lot of times we define professionalism around appearance. And don't get me wrong, appearance is important, right? You know that like sometimes like if you're going for a job interview, if you're interviewing for a scholarship or opportunity, like of course how you present yourself matters. But it's just interesting to hear you say that through an educational lens, that when your teacher walks in the classroom, you're not even truly caught up on how they're dressed. You're looking at like, you're waiting for them. You're waiting to see, as you said in your own words, you're waiting to see like what kind of vibe you get from your teacher. Wow. Okay. So you talked about professionalism from a perspective of how teachers and leaders treat students. What's something else that you would consider something that's important as you would describe a school as being great or having great school culture?
Well, another thing like with teachers, like some teachers they don't teach you. They just give you work, play a video. But you got them good teachers that are really like stand up in the front of the class, call on students, stand up and teach you for real. That's how you really learn. But some other teachers like just sit down on their desk, play a video, do work, and just let you do the work. Some other teachers really help you and try to like really want you to pass your grade and do the work. Some teachers.
Man, oh boy. So, man, like you know, you just hit on something important. You just call some people out, right? So Kaizen said that another element of great school culture is not just the teacher that gives me busy work, right? oh, watch this video and do the work. But you just said something that was really important. You said a teacher that stands up before the students and actually teaches and delivers. And that's interesting, man, because, one of the, of course, you're not in the education field, but one thing that's really important in a classroom is for a teacher to circulate the room, to move around the room, to own that space. And to hear you say that, I don't want a teacher that's just gonna give me work at their desk. I want a teacher who's gonna stand in front of me and deliver.
Exactly.
Wow, that's profound, man. That's really profound. And that's funny because this year, one of our instructional focuses of the entire month that I put in place for teachers was this whole month, I want you to focus on circulating the room, walking around the classroom, patting kids on the back saying, great job, keep up the good work, collecting that quantitative data. That means like, as I'm looking to see how many kids are getting it, also keeping it real, if a teacher is circulating the classroom, kids are probably going to be less likely to kind of attempt to misbehave because, again, because of the proximity and the propinquity of the student and the teacher, right? Wow. Is there anything else? Anything else you think about, like, with great school culture? Like, here you are entering your 7th grade year. We have, you're going into 7th grade. Like, is there anything else that makes you think about, like, a great experience in school? Or do you have any questions you want to pose?
Like when we first, like, what's it?
Homeroom?
No, it's like when we first meet the teachers.
Oh, open house.
Oh, open house. Like when we do open house, all the teachers, you can't, man, when you do open house and you like finally meet the kids that you about to teach, you gotta be energetic. Like you can't really be like down and head down and all. Like you gotta really be interacting with your new students that you about to teach. That's how you really get a good class. Cause some kids, like the teacher, like they can seem like they don't like them or something like that, or like they just love them the wrong way. Some kids is like purposely like try to act up in that class just for that reason.
Wow.
So if you do, it's like if you're gonna forget about an open house, you will have a good class. Like you gonna have a good class.
So wow, man, teachers, did you guys hear that? Kazan said that at open house, you cannot greet your new students with low energy, your head down. Hey, welcome to Social Studies 102. My name is Mr. Jones. I'm looking forward to being your teacher. Kazan said as a student, he wants to be greeted by a teacher with high energy, a teacher that's excited about the school year. And he said that dictates the expectation for students. And he also said something interesting, that sometimes students already kind of pick and choose. Are you saying like students might say, well, this is the class that I may not be engaged in because of the energy of the teacher? Wow. Man, that is super, super profound. I hope you guys are taking notes because, man, my sidekick here, Kazan White, is dropping some knowledge today to help us on our professional journey. That's really awesome. And so, Kazan, I think that there's so many elements that we really can truly contribute to like great school culture, but it depends upon the school. So that's why teachers, you can't really, sometimes it's great to blueprint some programs that other schools might have because it might work at your school. But I think it's also important to get a real clear litmus test of what the needs are in your school so that you know how to actually implement programs that's going to be conducive for engagement, that's going to be conducive for like learning, and it's also going to be conducive for growing your school culture so that you can get to a place where it's a place where teachers love to come. You get to a place where it's a place where students love to come. And not only that, but it's a place where you can truly, truly say, like, we have great school culture for our students. And so, man, Kazan, this has been like really great, man. I appreciate you showing up for us to record episode 3 of Principles from a Principal. You got any questions for me, man? Anything you want to know?
What do you think you could do next year to make the school better?
Oh boy, what can I do next year to make the school better? I'm going to be honest, Kazan, that's a great question. And truthfully, I've had 2 months actually about 3 months of practice, so to speak. One thing that I will say, as we're talking about school culture, is I believe in creating great school culture. And so as you already know, just from your short experience here with me, I'm really big on creating programs and implementing initiatives that bring out the best in kids and give kids an opportunity to actually thrive, and not only thrive, but give kids an opportunity to be recognized for doing great things. So one thing that I'm going to do, Kaizen, to make sure that like this is a great experience for teachers and students, man, there's a lot of new initiatives coming down the pipeline, a lot of partnerships that we're partnering with organizations, we're partnering with like universities, we're partnering with colleges, to where we're going to implement programs in which those students, those universities will be working with our students so that we can create like positive pipelines so that our kids don't have to wait until they're in the 11th and 12th grade to start thinking about college and what does it look like to be an engineer, or what does it look like to be a lawyer. Like, I'm going to create pipelines to where you guys can get those experiences like way early, so you can begin to tap into your passions, tap into those things that you're actually interested in, and tap into those things that align with like your gifts and your talents. And on top of that, also creating coaching models where all of our teachers are becoming better. It's just not good enough to be average at Patillo. It's not good enough to be mediocre. Every teacher has to be great, which means that we set that platform and it gives every student an opportunity to thrive to be great. So I know that's a long answer, and that might have been a little bit more than what you were asking for. That's what my plans are as we start the new school year, a brand new school year, as your principal. So, but having said that, Kaizen, everyone out there who will watch episode 3, Elements of a Great School Culture, thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you for being present. And as we continue to grow this thing, continue to put this out, we hope that you will continue to share this throughout your building with educators and with leaders, not only here in Eastern North Carolina, but all across our state and all across our country. But having said that, until the next time, appreciate everybody tuning in, and everyone take care. This has been episode 3 of Principles from the Principal. Take care.